Live interactive Weather Authority coverage, sponsored by Rennie's, for your next main adventure, will begin shortly.
Rennie's, a main adventure.
Your live interactive Weather Authority coverage, sponsored by Rennie's, starts right now.
Good evening, everyone. It's starting to feel like November. We have 2 rounds of rain on the way, one tonight. Got some gusty winds with that one. We'll get a break tomorrow. And another round moves in. That will be for tomorrow night and into Saturday. Saturday looks cool, wet, and raw. The mountains will get a little bit of snow. And it gets windy again on Sunday. So, yeah, those 50s and 60s we're getting used to, and the comfortable, warm, seasonably mild temperatures, that will be a thing of the past very soon. We, of course, are tracking some of that wet weather moving into the picture tonight. Thanks for joining us tonight on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or X, YouTube, and Facebook, I guess. We are looking at a, kind of a little bit of drizzle out there right now. Just took a little walk outside the building. We still have a bit of drizzle. Our steady rainfall is just off to the south. Let's take a look at how this goes down. There's your satellite radar. See if we can get a little bit closer on some of that. Let's take a look at the radar. There's the radar. Let's get in. There we go. Southern New England is seeing a pretty good burst of rain that's getting up into southern parts of New Hampshire. It's taking its time getting up into southern and central Maine, but heaviest rainfall will be reserved from 1 a.m. to 7 a.m. So overnight. Isn't it nice when it works out that way? Most of tomorrow is going to be pretty good. I think we'll see developing sun, and it's a narrow window before our next round moves in. Let's take a look at this area of low pressure that is making its way into and developing through the region over the next 24 hours. It will track off to the west, weaken, and then slowly pull away. It's going to be very slow to move out. But a few things worthy of note. One, there'll be a solid break tomorrow. We'll see developing sun with the steadiest rain moving out. There's that little break right in there. So let's enjoy some sunshine tomorrow. This low pressure center is going to wobble its way back out into the Atlantic Ocean and eventually pull away for late Saturday into Sunday. So a second round of precip moves in for Friday night and into Saturday. And in that window, we'll probably get another half inch to an inch of rain. And just when you think it's all over, we have some wind. It's going to get gusty again on Sunday. I think the wind will gust over 40 miles per hour, 35 to 45 miles per hour. So we'll enjoy a little sun developing, but it's just going to get windy late weekend. All right, let's go hour by hour, town by town on the old storm tracker right here. Here we go it was about 8:30 or so, about 15 minutes from now. We have more of a light rain trying to develop, but it looks like the steady stuff is still reserved for 1 a.m. to about 7 a.m. I think our heaviest rain and strongest winds will be probably around 5 a.m. We'll have a stiff easterly wind. There's that easterly component to the wind, gusting probably around 40 miles per hour. Inland areas will get some gusts around 30 miles per hour. This is the main event, and we may get a quick rumble of thunder as that feature moves through. And it's not going to stick around. Look at this. By late morning, that rain is drifting off to the north. So probably 8, 9 o'clock or so, you're still dealing with some of that rainfall from Route 2 area points north, even from central Maine, from Augusta to Waterville. You're probably still dealing with some of that rainfall 9, 10 o'clock or so. But southern parts of Maine, I would say from, it looks like the Brunswick, Bath area, all the way up to Lewis and Auburn, back to Freiburg, points south. Most of you are seeing developing sun by mid-morning tomorrow, and it's going to warm up pretty quickly. We should be in the low 50s during the course of the late morning and afternoon. There may be an isolated shower late in the day, but a good chunk of tomorrow is going to be pretty good. Once that rain ends during the morning, I think we'll see a fair amount of sunshine with this southeasterly wind becoming quite a bit lighter. Now, the second round moves in tomorrow night, and this one, well, it's going to be with us for most of the day on Saturday. So look for steady rain Saturday. Not only is it going to be raining, it's going to be cool, wet, and raw. Temps will be in the low 40s. I don't think we're going to see much snow outside of the mountains, but there'll be spots in the mountains that get some snowfall out of this one, especially over the higher elevations. This is going to be a very elevation-driven snow. What do I mean by that? Well, over 2,000 feet in elevation, you stand the greatest chance to get a few to several inches of snow. Down in the valleys, it's maybe a coating to an inch or two. It shouldn't be a big deal there. But that's 1 o'clock in the afternoon Saturday. The wind picks up behind this as the storm pulls away. It will strengthen. And we'll get some gusts, probably, 40 miles per hour on Sunday. So Sunday's going to be a windy day. Before that, though, we have some wind tonight. It's not going to be extreme over the next couple hours, but this is 1 o'clock in the morning. We're gusting maybe 20, 30 miles per hour. Peak wind gusts will be right as that front moves through. We're going to see a stiff easterly wind. And it's one of those nights you may wake up to a wind-driven rain, and the winds will be strongest at the coastline. If your bedroom window faces east, it's one of those nights where you hear the pitter-patter of rain with a wind gusting 30 to 40. My guess around 5 a.m., somewhere in there. Inland areas, you're not quite as windy, except over the higher elevations. There, of course, will gust around 40, but I think 30 to 40 mile per hour winds should pretty much do it for most of the area. And again, that's around 5 o'clock in the morning. The wind will lighten up significantly as we go into the morning tomorrow. So tomorrow looks to be, a pretty good looking day. Outdoor plans, we're in pretty good shape. Kids can go out to recess. I think the sun will be shining. There still is that chance for showers after the main batch moves out around 8 o'clock or so, but we will see a fair amount of sun trying to develop, I think. All right, rain tracker overnight, it's a half an inch to maybe an inch of rain over southern areas, maybe a little bit less farther north and east. That's through 8 o'clock in the morning. And then we'll get a break, and another round moves in tomorrow night and into the day on Saturday. So we'll probably get another half an inch to an inch of rain there. So 2 distinct rounds of rain. Wonder what happened there. All right. As far as snowfall goes, this is not going to be a huge snow event in the valleys, maybe a coating to an inch or so. There will be some spots, however, over the higher elevations. There's Mount Washington right there, the Presidential Range, the Franconia Range. You get over 3,000 feet in elevation. Yeah, we're probably going to get around, half foot to a foot of snow. There's Sugarloaf, Saddleback area. They'll probably get 3 to 6 inches of snow. And again, this is over elevation. A few spots up here near Eustis might get in the lower end of that 3 to 6. But down in the valleys from Berlin to Gorham all the way to Rangeley, coating to an inch, maybe 2, probably a coating to an inch will do it. And up towards Jackman, there'll be some spots get 2 to 4 inches of snow there. So most of this is going to be on Saturday. Any snow that we get tonight will probably be very compact and slushy in the mountains. And I think our best chance for getting any accumulations of pasty wet snow will be on Saturday. Tonight, the rain moves in heavy at times, probably around 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I may get an embedded quick rumble of thunder. Tomorrow, I think we'll start with some rain, but then the sun pokes out. We'll end the day with some more rain moving back in. So tomorrow evening, the rain comes back at us, and most of Saturday looks wet at this point. Sunday looks better, but it's going to be windy. We'll get some gusts around 40 miles per hour. Monday's pretty good. Tuesday, I think we'll have some morning rain. The afternoon may be sneaky nice, around 50 degrees, but travel day, we should be in good shape. The pattern does look a little unsettled as we head into late next week. A lot of question marks what's going to happen. I would say sometime between late next week and through the end of the first week of December, we're probably going to get a snow event in there somewhere. The pattern just looks like it wants to pop a storm that's going to bring at least some accumulating snow for southern and central Maine. I think the time frame to probably watch might be around maybe late Black Friday into the following weekend, that Saturday or something. That might be our first chance, and then another chance coming around maybe the 4th or 5th or something like that. But we'll see how it plays out. But right now, as things stand, I think your Thanksgiving is looking okay with a storm track probably staying just south of us for, let's see, mid to late next week. There's your inland forecast. Temperatures look pretty similar as, those 50s are long gone as far as 50s and 60s anyway. Tomorrow is kind of sneaky nice, though. I think most of you will be in the low 50s, assuming we can get some of that sun to make an appearance right there. All right, I think we'll leave it at that tonight. Thanks for joining us tonight on our Rennie's forecast heading into the weekend. Looks like November is making an appearance again. So the mild stuff is behind us. All right, everyone, have a nice night, and we'll check back in. Ryan's in tomorrow, and we'll have more Rennie's forecast next week, of course. Take care. And more updates on CBS 13 at 11 and Fox 23 at 10.
Live, interactive CBS 13 and Fox 23 Weather Authority coverage for your next Maine adventure has been sponsored by Rennie's.
Rennie's, a Maine adventure.
Make sure